I'm gonna take a vape. I'm gonna do it because I need to be brave. And I don't have enough nicotine, I need to be brave. Okay, so while I was taking a couple sips of my Miller Lite, because Budweiser won't pay me nothing, so none of the demonic text shows up in the history. So, I am... There's no way to tell what the demon said except to read it. She said something about my body heat last time, and we're back in it. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. Where does your left arm go? That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb and flips it to her side. God, I'm choking on my own spit. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Nice. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. She's looking at me now with the corner of her damn eye. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, are you? Right? She cracks a little smile. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. I don't know where to look, dude. I want to look at her face to see it change. I want to watch the fucking text change. And I want to read the fucking... We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the pages. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Ooh. I'm getting hot and heavy over flipping pages. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Isn't the book about ripping people's limbs off? That's literally what she said 7 minutes ago. And it's about like Markov and Russians? Oh man, okay. What? And there was dialogue in between there. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Oh, really? I was just thinking the way that she second guesses the things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Oh, she was just looking at me and there had to be something fucked with her face. Shit. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else. Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. Dude, she's a fidget monster, dude. There's something wrong with her. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Oh, my breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, well, don't push yourself too hard, you know, by reading. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Senpai Chris, did something just happen now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I know anything at all. Are you wondering about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Oh no. Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note on where I left off on the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem for? Who should I show the poem to? Okay, Natsuki or Monica? I think we're gonna have to go with... Well, if Yuri's not here, then let's just go with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. What are you talking about? We didn't read poems yesterday. This is the first poem. Hi, Senpai Chris. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring anything up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. Are you kidding me? I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Obviously. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Oh, it's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Senpai Chris. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? Why? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Because it's our first day sharing the poems, therefore she didn't see my poem yesterday. What was that? Oh, I've got a new follower. Great job, Senpai Chris. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. Something fucked up happened with her arm. I got distracted by the friend request. I appreciate it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Oh, that's me. I'm doing... okay. I'm not even looking at who's talking because I'm too busy trying to figure out where the jump scares are at. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think that she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strong. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. I can understand that. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back! Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad it took... I'm more glad you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want me to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good, Monica. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. If that doesn't matter, I can't even read this fucking game anymore because I'm so looking at the background. Like, that fade out was never that slow. There. Alright. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. A hole in wall. He wasn't looking at me, confused. I glanced at my surroundings. My burned eyes see no color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking, or are they simply poems on a flat sheet of paper? The sound of frantic screaming. I think Monica might know that she's in a video game. So, what do you think? Okay. I just want to make sure the sound of the save menu didn't sound like crinkling paper. But also, I'm about to pee my pants. So, we'll be back with part 25? Part 25.